Hi everyone, my name is Bandana Khalra and welcome back to my YouTube channel EduGrowth. As I mentioned in my earlier videos that I will be uploading videos on educational psychology. So here I am back with one more topic. So today I am going to discuss about Piaget theory of cognitive development. But before discussing this theory, let me tell you my videos are helpful for all those students who are preparing for CTET and state level teacher exam and who are doing B.Ed, M.Ed and MA in education. And in your entrance exam, most of the question you will get from the stages of this Piaget theory. And you can get short answer question as well as long answer question. So let's discuss this theory. So Jean Piaget, who was Jean Piaget? Jean Piaget was a Swiss psychologist who born in 1896. And he was a very intelligent or very bright student, I can say. And from very early, he was having interest in nature and science. And he has published his research paper at an age of 10 and completed his PhD at an age of 21. And after that, he took formal training in educational psychology. And during early ages, he was working in Alfred Binet Institute in 1920. Alfred Binet. You might have heard the name of Alfred Binet. He was a very famous scientist who has developed some of the intelligence tests. So he was working in his institute in 1920. So now while he was performing experiment or observing the kids for intelligence test, he has observed that the kids of different age, they were responding differently to different questions. They have asked some of the logical reason questions to different age groups and their response was different. So he was wondering how that happened. So from there he got an idea to develop this theory, and he has developed this theory into 4 different stages. So according to him, what was his concept? The kids, their intelligence level is just like an adult. They behave like adult, but where the difference lies? The difference lies in their thinking pattern. Like if an adult, we are thinking about thousands of thoughts in a day, so kid also thinking about thousands of thoughts, but the quality of thoughts is different. Like as an adult, if I'm thinking about my office problems or my family problems, or I'm discussing about my friends, or I'm thinking about shopping. But as a kid, maybe I'm thinking about toys, maybe I'm thinking about my friends, maybe I'm missing school. So all these things. So like intelligence is same, but the only difference lies in their thought process. So that was the main idea of Jean Piaget theory. So before moving further, before discussing about the stages, so let's discuss about the factors of this theory. So according to Jean Piaget, there was 4 main factors of this theory. First was schemas. Okay. And the second was adaptation. And third है आपका assimilation. And the last one is accommodation. आप टर्म्स पे बिल्कुल मत जाना, टर्म्स थोड़ा सुनने में बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट लग रही है, बट आई विल एक्सप्लेन ऑल दिस टर्म्स वन बाय वन एंड आई ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन विद एग्जांपल. तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट आपके माइंड में पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो लेट्स डिस्कस दिस फैक्टर्स वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट आई टोल्ड यू schemas. What do you mean by schemas? In simple way, if I can say, schemas means building block of knowledge, like knowledge of any event or knowledge of any object in your mind. So you will create an image in your mind. So that is known as schemas. And I can say the schemas of a kid or schemas of any adult is totally different from other age group. Let me give one example. Like as an adult, I'm having schemas of different events of society, schemas of my family members, schemas of my relatives, schemas of schemas of any visit to any historical place, or schemas of my daily events. But as a kid, I'm having different schemas. Let me give you one more example. Like as an adult, if we go for a dine out, so what exactly we do? We go to any restaurant, we book a table, then we'll order the food, and then we'll enjoy the food and then pay the bill. So that is a series of events which is already fitted in our mind, or according to that process हम लोग respond करते हैं. But in case of kids, their schema is totally different. If I'll ask my 2-year-old kid or 4-year-old kids like how you will go for dine out, so they simply say I will go to restaurant and will pay the bill, will enjoy the food. They won't be able to explain the whole process. So that means their schema is very simple and our schema is very complex. So likewise there are different schemas which are already created in our mind, and how we create these schemas by our experience, or by perceiving things which are in our surrounding, or by learning from our peer groups, by learning from our school, or by learning from our family or friends. So this is known as schemas. Then second one is adaptation. When we are ready to adapt new thing in our pre-existing schemas or pre-existing knowledge, so that is known as adaptation. Okay, that means you are able to gain the knowledge, or if someone is transferring knowledge to you, you are able to accept that. That is known as adaptation, right? And the third one is assimilation. Assimilation, when you are when you are applying your previous schemas knowledge into new learning, so that is known as assimilation. So let me explain this point again with the previous example which I have just given you. Like जब आप किसी रेस्टोरेंट में जाते हो, ओके, यू आर फॉलोइंग सम प्रोसेसेस, एंड द सेम प्रोसेस आप अपने 2 साल के या 4 साल के बच्चे को बताते हो दैट यू हैव टू बुक द टेबल, देन यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट फूड आइटम्स फ्रॉम मेनू कार्ड, सो दैट यू आर गिविंग न्यू इन्फॉर्मेशन टू हिम जो उसको पहले से पता नहीं था. So that is known as assimilation. When you are adding new information in your previous schema, so that is known as assimilation. Okay, and the third one is accommodation. When you are trying to add one more concept or one of feature which is totally different from the previous one, so that is known as accommodation. Like if you are telling your kid that if you are going for dine out, you can select different restaurant, you can select different food items, or you can visit different places, so that is known as accommodation. कि हमें सिर्फ प्री एग्जिस्टिंग और पहले से जिस रेस्टोरेंट में हम जाते हैं हमें उसी में नहीं जाना है. वी कैन गो टू एनी, वी कैन ट्राई आउट न्यू रेस्टोरेंट, और इवन वी कैन go to new place, so that is known as accommodation. So these 4 factors I have explained with a very simple example of our day-to-day activity. So let me tell you one more example based on these 4 processes. Like if you are walking in your park with your kid and suddenly you have seen one cat, okay, so already in your kids minds there is a schema of cat कि cat का 4 legs होता है, एक tail होता है, एक head होता है. So that is already pre-existing schemas which is in your kid mind. So suddenly that second process adaptation will come कि एक suddenly एक white color की cat वहाँ से गुजरती है. So your kid will ask you, means what is this? So you can say this is also a cat but the color is different. So that means he is ready to adapt. That cats are of different colors, like they are white and they are black. So that is known adaptation. And when he is ready to accept this, and when he is ready to create a new schema in his mind, so that is known as assimilation. When he is combining all the knowledge which is provided by his father, like cat is of white color, cat is of black color, cat is of white and black and brown color, so that is known as assimilation. And then accommodation point आता है कि suddenly एक dog वहाँ से गुजरता है. So starting में आपका बेटा बोलेगा कि this dog is also a cat, but then you have to explain him, yes, this is also an animal. You can say it's a wild animal or it's a domestic animal, but cat is totally different from dog. So when they are creating schemas, or then when they are categorizing animals in their mind, so that is known as accommodation. That means they are ready to accept the new changes. They are they are able to classify the different events, or they are able to classify the objects. So that is known as accommodation. So I hope factors are now clear. So let's move to stages. Sorry. So next point है हमारा stages. So जीन पियाजे ने कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट थ्योरी को डिवाइड किया था 4 स्टेजेस में. द फर्स्ट स्टेज इज सेंसरी मोटर स्टेज. sensory motor stage. Motor stage. सो जीन पियाजे ने बताया था कि हर एक स्टेज का कुछ एज लिमिट होता है. लाइक द फर्स्ट वन इज सेंसरी मोटर स्टेज. सो मोस्टली द सेंसरी मोटर स्टेज विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 0 to 2 years. And what are the main milestone of the stage? That at the end of the stage, the kids they will be able to develop object permanence. ये नया टर्म मैं यहाँ पे यूज कर रही हूँ, ऑब्जेक्ट परमानेंस. Okay, so this is the main milestone which they will develop at the end of this years. But at the beginning of this stage, the students, or I can say the kids, mostly they will learn through their reflexes or their senses. I'll explain this stage in detail. So sensory motor stage again further divided into 3 parts. The first one is your primary circular stage, and then comes secondary circular stage, and then tertiary or third circular stage. Okay, so in primary circular stage mostly it occurs from 0 to 4 months. जब बच्चा पैदा होता है, so वो अपने मदर को या फादर को हक करता है. So during that time he is using his senses. And if you are giving any rattle, or if you are giving any toy to your kid, he'll try to grab it. So that is known as grabbing reflexes. So that means वो अपने surrounding world को by reflexes or by senses he recognize कर रहा है, understand कर रहा है. And then the second stage I told you, primary circular motion. So in primary circular motion, secondary circular motion. So in secondary circular motion mostly stage start from 8 to 12 months. So during this time periods, they are recognizing the object, or they are recognizing the things not from their body but outside their body. Like suppose if you are giving any battery operated toy to your kids, so what they will do, they will try to press it, so one sound will come, so they will understand, yeah, okay, so this thing also exists. So likewise they will laugh with you, they can play peekaboo play with you. So these activities you are able to connect with your kids, and they are able to connect with you. So this is known as सेकेंडरी सर्कुलर मोशन. देन द थर्ड स्टेज आता है आपका थर्ड सर्कुलर मोशन. सो इसमें क्या होता है, मोस्टली ये स्टेज आता है फ्रॉम ईयर 18 to 24 months. सो वेयर द स्टूडेंट्स और वेयर द किड्स दे डेवलप ऑब्जेक्ट परमानेंस. सो व्हाट इज ऑब्जेक्ट परमानेंस? जब उनको लगता है कि कुछ चीज या कोई टॉय उनको दिखाते हो, दैट मीन्स दैट टॉय इज परमानेंट. लाइक आई विल गिव यू वन एग्जांपल. माय यंगर वन इज अबाउट टू 2 years now. So whenever we are giving any educational toy to him, so what exactly he'll do, next day he'll ask for the same. क्योंकि उसको पता है अभी कि अगर हम उसको कोई टॉय दिखा रहे हैं या कोई गेम दिखा रहे हैं, and if I am showing any cartoon on the TV, so that is permanent. So next time he'll also he'll try to demand for that. So that is उसका इमेज, दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉय का इमेज उसके माइंड में क्रिएट हो गया है. सो दैट इज नोन एज ऑब्जेक्ट परमानेंस. एंड सो एट द एंड ऑफ दिस स्टेज, this is the main milestone. So let's move to next stage. So हमारा next stage है second stage of Jean Piaget theory is pre-operational stage. Pre-operational. And pre-operational stage start होता है from 2 to 7 years. 2 to 7 years. Okay. So this stage is further divided into some points. Let me discuss with you. The first one is centration. Centration. हम एक एक करके इन सभी पॉइंट्स को डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड द सेकेंड वन इज pretend play. Pretend play. And third one is symbolic expression. Symbolic expression. And then the concept of irreversibility. irreversibility. And then egocentric. And language development. Okay, so I told you about six pre-stages of this stage. The first one is centration. So what do you mean by centration? Like when your kid is only focusing, or when the children, they are only focusing on one object. So that is known as centration. Let me give you one example here. Suppose your kid they like sweets a lot. So if you'll put biscuits or cake or pastry in front of them, and if they like pastry a lot, so mostly they will focus on pastry only at this stage. So that is known as centration, when they won't say other object in front of them and main focus only on one thing. So that is known as centration. The second one is pretend play. Pretend play means role playing. So इस एज पे आपने ज्यादातर बच्चों को देखा होगा, they will do the role play activity. If you go to any kindergarten school, so when they will come to home, they will try to copy their teachers. They will play the role of a teacher, they will play the role of a doctor, they will play the role of a mama or papa, or so this is known as pretend play, when they try to pretend images in their mind. So that is known as pretend play. And the third one is symbolic expressions. Symbolic expression means जब वो किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को किसी दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट से कंपेयर करते हैं. लाइक दे विल टेक अ बॉल एंड दे विल ट्राई टू मेक दैट बॉल अ फोन. वो आपको कॉल करने की कोशिश करेंगे प्रिटेंड करके. सो दैट इज नोन एज सिंबॉलिक एक्सप्रेशन. और यहीं पे उनका स्क्रिबलिंग वाला स्किल भी डेवलप होता है. व्हेन दे ट्राई टू स्क्रिबल, और देन दे विल ट्राई टू ड्रॉ पिक्चर्स और न्यूमरस फिगर इन पेपर. सो दिस इज नोन एज सिंबॉलिक एक्सप्रेशन. And the next one is irreversibility. Irreversibility means they are not able to go back. If they will go in one direction, they can't come back. Like I'll give you one example related to this. Like suppose आप अपने बच्चे को बताते हैं कि जो आइस है, जो आइस इज अ सॉलिड फॉर्म, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ वाटर, सॉलिड फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर. एंड दूसरा वाटर आपका एक मेल्टेड फॉर्म में है. बट दे आर नॉट एबल टू टेल यू द प्रोसेस कि जब हम आइस को मेल्ट करेंगे तो ये लिक्विड फॉर्म आएगा, और जब आप लिक्विड वाटर को फ्रीज करेंगे तो ये आइस बनेगा. बट दे आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट एट दिस पॉइंट, बिकॉज देयर थिंकिंग और देयर मेंटल डेवलपमेंट इज नॉट दैट मच. So this is known as irreversibility. So next is egocentric. So what do you mean by egocentric? Means when they can't understand other point of view, and जब उनको लगता है कि सिर्फ उन्हीं का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सही है. लाइक सपोज इफ योर किड इज वॉचिंग टीवी एंड इफ सडनली यू विल आस्क योर किड कैन यू प्लीज पास द रिमोट, बट दे विल से नो आई वांट टू वॉच द टीवी. सो दैट इज नोन एज ईगोसेंट्रिक, कि वो आपके बात को नहीं सुनते हैं. सो दिस स्टेज एट दिस स्टेज वी हैव टू हैंडल आवर किड वेरी पेशेंटली. हमें उनको समझा के, और वी कैन एंगेज देम इन एनी अदर एक्टिविटी. सो आप इस ईगोसेंट्रिक अप्रोच को थोड़ा बैलेंस कर सकते हैं. सो नेक्स्ट वन इज है आपका लैंग्वेज डेवलपमेंट. सो एट दिस एज द स्टूडेंट्स दे आर एबल टू कम्युनिकेट विद लैंग्वेज. इफ यू आर स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी at your home, or in any other local language, or speaking in English, so they are able to communicate in same language with you. Okay, so this is about pre-operational stage. So let's move further. Our next stage is concrete operational. Concrete operational. ये स्टेज मोस्टली होता है 7 to 11 years. Okay, and again this stage is divided into different categories. Like here decentration, इससे पहली स्टेज में I told you about centration. So here decentration एक फीचर है. Second, I told you about irreversibility, but in this stage they will understand the concept of reversibility. And third, concrete thinking, which is the main milestone of this stage. Okay, and fourth one is principle of conservation. Okay, the decentration, let's discuss about what is decentration. As I told you in pre-operational stage that students, they can only see one object, but here they can see all the object. If you put so many toys in front of them or many games in front of them, so one by one they will pick each and every games, they will play with each game. So that is not decentration कि वो सभी चीजों को देख सकते हैं. And the next one is your reversibility, like they are able to arrange the things in ascending order and then descending order. So likewise, if you see the curriculum in our schools also, most of the concepts in maths, they are able to solve the multiplication, subtraction, addition, and ascending order, descending order, because at this level they develop the concrete thinking as well as the concept of reversibility. Okay. So concrete thinking होता है आपका when they are able to relate with the any object which is present in front of them. As I told you, maths में वो sum करते हैं subtraction का. So if their ma'am is telling them that if you have 20 apples, okay, and I'll give you 30 oranges, so tell me the total number of fruits. So they will be able to tell you 50. So that means they are thinking logically, they are able to apply the rule. So that is known as concrete thinking. Okay. So likewise, one more example मैं आपको देती हूँ. Like in English, if they are learning about nouns, that noun is the name of person, place, thing. Okay, name of a person, place, thing, and animal. So they will be able to categorize. They will be able to tell all these name of a person, place, thing, and animal by each and every alphabet. A से भी बता पाएंगे, B से भी बता पाएंगे. They will able to follow the rules. So that is known as concrete thinking. And the next one is the law of conservation. Means वो किसी भी चीज को या किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को उसके मास के अकॉर्डिंगली, साइज के अकॉर्डिंगली और वॉल्यूम के अकॉर्डिंगली क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं, कैटेगराइज कर सकते हैं. सो दिस थिंकिंग और दिस मेंटल डेवलपमेंट ओनली अकर्स इन दिस कॉन्क्रीट ऑपरेशनल. सो इस लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन को लेट्स डिस्कस विद वन एग्जांपल. लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन क्या होता है? लाइक सपोज आपने अपने 8 साल के बच्चे को 2 फ्लास्क दिया. ओके, इन दोनों फ्लास्क में आपने इक्वल अमाउंट का वाटर ऐड किया. सपोज वाटर इज अप टू दिस लेवल. ओके, so if you ask your 8-year-old kid that can you please tell me in which flask you can get more water, so he'll tell the water is same in both the flasks. Okay, and suppose if you ask 5-year kid or I can say 4-year kid, he will also say the same thing, that water is same in both the flasks. But suddenly what you will do, you will change this flask water into one big tube water, big tube cup. So what will happen? The water level will come till here. Okay, so now you have to compare this flask and this flask. So now if you ask your 8-year kid, so now tell me in which flask you can get the more water. So this 8-year kid will tell that the water is same, only the cup size is different. So he will able to tell you the difference. But the 4-year kid is not able to tell the answer. You know why? Because according to him this flask is big, तो उसके हिसाब से इस flask में ज़्यादा पानी होगा. So that's the difference. That concrete thinking is much more developed in 8-year kid as compared to 4-year kid. And 8-year kid, they are able to apply the rule or they are able to apply the logic in the situation. Okay, so this is about concrete operational stage. So let's move further. Next is the last one, formal operational stage. Formal operational stage हमारा start होता है 11 to I can say 15, and till the end of this stage, kids they develop thinking just like an adult. It is further divided into 3 parts. The first one is abstract thinking, and the second one is logical reasoning, and third one is problem solving. So what do you mean by abstract thinking? Abstract thinking means when you are able to relate with the objects which are not in front of you. Like you are able to discuss about economy, you are able to discuss about social issue or environmental issue. So likewise, so if you see the curriculum of kids who are 11-year-olds or older than this, so mostly their papers or their subjects, they are based on abstract thinking. You can get the questions there. A math question will be like this, science question will be like this, and they have to tell about the socio-economical problems, or problem solving learning is there, project based learning is there. So that is the part of their curriculum. And the second part is your logical reasoning. That means they are able to apply the logic, they are able to apply the formulas in any particular thing or any particular problem. So the next one is your problem solving approach. So when their abstract thinking is developing, their logical reasoning is developing, they are able to make the decisions, or they are able to solve the problems of their life. So this is all about all the three stages of Jean Piaget theory. So let's discuss about educational implication of this theory. So I must say, thanks to Jean Piaget, because of Jean Piaget, we are able to divide kids into different categories. That उनका mind जो है different stages में develop होता है. So this is all because of Jean Piaget. Because before that हम लोगों को लगता था that intelligence level is completely different, but ऐसा नहीं है. इंटेलिजेंस ऑफ अ किड एंड इंटेलिजेंस ऑफ एन एडल्ट दोनों का सेम रहता है. डिफरेंस होता है उनके थिंकिंग प्रोसेस में, डिफरेंस होता है उनकी चीज़ों को देखने के लिए, ओके, परसीव करने के लिए. दैट्स वेयर द डिफरेंस लाइज. ओके, सो एजुकेशनल इम्प्लीकेशन क्या है? यू कैन यूज दिस थ्योरी फॉर अप्लाइंग टीचिंग मैथड्स इन योर करिकुलम और इन योर स्कूल. आप टीचिंग मैथड्स डिसाइड कर सकते हैं. Likewise, if your kid is going in kindergarten, so mostly in kindergarten, if you'll see, we use different flashcards to teach our kids, or we give more emphasis on trial and error method. Or okay, so likewise, if you'll see at higher level, like when the kid is 11-year-old, we are focusing on project-based learning or simulation or games. So this is the first point, and the second point is, you are able to understand the stages and their kids mind development. Okay, so this is the second part कि आप stages को भी समझ रहे हो और हर एक stage में उनके बच्चे का माइंड कितना डेवलप होता है उसका भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको मिल रहा है. एंड इफ यू हैव नॉलेज अबाउट दिस स्टेजेस, यू कैन डील विद योर किड इन अ बेटर वे. Okay, so these are the most important educational implication of Jean Piaget theory. So I hope this theory is clear to you now. And my dear viewers, if you have any question or any query related to Jean Piaget theory, so don't forget to mention your comments in the comment box. And please subscribe my channel and share my channel. And if you have any query and if you want me to post any specific topic, so please mention in the comment box. Thank you and bye bye, and have a nice and safe day. Bye.